Hello, this is Mr. Collier, and today we're going to make a hexagon, square, and equilateral triangle tessellation using Geogebra. Okay, so we're going to start off with 2 points. Our hexagon. So we're going to go to regular polygon because we're going to make a regular hexagon, and then you need to just select 2 points and enter the number of vertices. So I'm going to select these 2 points. We're going to do a hexagon, so we need, oops, I made a mistake. Select those 2 points. We need 6 vertices because we want a hexagon. There we go, we have a hexagon. We'll worry about coloring in a little bit. Okay, so I got a hexagon and I want to make, I'm going to make 6 squares around the sides. So I'm going to stay on regular polygon tool and we're going to click on the points of a side, make a 4-sided regular polygon, which is a square. Okay, I'm going to do that for every side. Now notice if I picked them in the one order, I'll get a square like this inside the hexagon. We don't want that. So I'm going to undo, Command Z, and I'm going to select the other way. Now which way was the other way? KJ. So if I go KJ, I get a square here. If I do JK, I get a square there. So I'm going to go this way, I think, again. And that works, so it's like I'm going clockwise, and I'll get all my squares. Okay, so I've got the squares done. I'm going to use this tool up here to move this down into the center a bit. And now I'm going to make my equilateral triangles here. I can just go to Polygon tool and connect the 3 points here and then back to the first one. And when you see the solid lines happening around the sides of the triangle, you know you're done making the triangle. So I'm doing that for each one. Okay. And done. And before we go and tessellate this, I guess we should probably color it. So let's start off with the hexagon. You can use whatever color you want. I'm going to use blue, and you can make it darker, like that. And then I'm going to select these squares and make them red, maybe. They're already red, I think. And just make them darker. Actually, they're a different shade of red, so I'm just going to select the first red, then darker, oh, that's not the right color. Okay, there we go. So I do that for all of those, and now the triangles, I don't know, yellow maybe? Do this first yellow here, make it dark. Okay, so this is the easy part. When we get to the tessellation, it might be a bit tricky in a second. So I'm just going to finish this coloring before I get started. Otherwise, when you get a million of these, it's going to be really hard to color each one individually. Okay. Alrighty, so now we're going to tessellate. Let me zoom out a bit. So I'm going to have many of these in a second. Okay, something like that. Okay, I see this. Let me zoom back in for a bit. Okay, that's good. So now I'm going to make another one of these, and what's going to happen is I want there to be an octagon right here. Okay, at PO there should be a octagon there. So what I can do is I can actually translate and move point V up to point K, and then I'll have a square here, and then the octagon will start here. Okay, if I go from V to O, I'll get another square here. I don't want another square here. So I'm going to translate the whole object. It's going to be shifted to this point. So what we do is we go over to this tool and select vector between 2 points. and I'm going from here to here. Okay, that arrow means that the whole picture is going to be, the whole object is going to be shifted from here to here, this distance. Okay, and in this direction. So let's see what happens when we do that. I'm going to go over to Translate Object by Vector. Then I can select my object, the whole thing. Then I click on this as the vector, that line, and it's translated over here like that. So you can see that we've got the next tiling. And for the next part, actually I'm going to select this, actually I won't select that. I'm going to just go on and make a new vector between 2 points. So I'm going to go from, I'm going to shift the whole thing this way. So I want this blue octagon or hexagon to be right here. So this point is going to correspond to this point here, I think. So we're going to go from here to here. And that's my vector. So I can go translate object by vector, select the whole thing, click on that vector, and there you go, it's translated over there. Okay, and we could probably keep going with that. Let me try another one. Translate, we're just going to make a new vector. So I'm going to take this whole thing and move it over here. So this point is going to correspond with that one. Right there. Then I'm going to go to Translate by Vector, select the whole object, click on the vector, and there it is over there. Don't know what that is. Click OK, it should be okay. There we go. I can zoom out. Just using my mouse pad here, you can use this to zoom in and out. Okay, now I'm going to do this again. Select a vector between 2 points. And I can go from here to right here, and this will create the blue octagon right here, which is what I want. So I'm going to select the whole image again. What's happening? Oops, I've still got it on vector or something. So I'm going to select the whole image. Actually, not yet. Make sure I'm on Translate by Vector. Select the whole thing. Click on this vector I just made. There we go. And you can keep doing that and making your make your tessellation as large as you want. Okay, now one thing you might want to do right now is get rid of all these lines and points. Okay, so let's see if I can do that. So I'm going to go try this. I'm going to go to Advanced. See, I think I have to select all first, so I could do Command A or Control A or just select everything. Okay, so I just selected, oops, just select everything. And then we can go to Options and Advanced. This one here, Preferences, Defaults. Nope, I think maybe this one, first one. So I don't want to hide hexagons, so let's get rid of that. Actually, so I've got all kinds of different things here. I've got vectors. I don't want to show vectors. So I think I can do this and that will get rid of them. Points. Let's see, let's select all the points here. I'll just click on this. And that'll do it, I think. If I close out here now, this should work. What's happening? Okay, so I've gotten rid of all my points. The vectors still seem to be there though. Let me just, there's only a couple vectors, so I'm going to select those manually. And then you can right click and go and hide the object. So I can hide object. Okay, now I want to undo that. I made a mistake. Okay. Actually, let me undo. Okay. So just getting rid of these vectors here. You click on them and right